Hello, 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 everyone. This is Melody, your love coach. I'm here way earlier than usual, and we are here going to be with John. We're waiting for John to join us as usual, and I'm sure he'll be here soon. He is the one holding all the reins. I'm just here to talk to you, and oh, here comes John now. And yeah, so we're here to talk to you about the topic of the day. Hi, John.
Hi, Melody. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah. What's happening with you?
You know, I came to the studio without headsets, so I was like, I had the mic, but I don't have earphones. That's why I escaped.
Ah, well, these things happen, right? These things happen. And
Yeah.
we carry on. This is what happens when
hmm
you do things live. Things don't go as smoothly sometimes, it's just one of
Exactly.
those things. So let's get on with the program. I leave things in your hands.
Wow. So, thanks for just those who have just joined us right now. I can't see it. Melody can see it from the other end, and it's been a long waiting for this grand topic to discuss it with Melody. And as usual, I don't know. We should be introducing ourselves, or our fans already know who we are. My name I'm John Gora. I've always been hosting these conversations here about relationship, love relationship. I'm also trying to train to be a coach on the same. And Melody is a trained and certified coach on love relationship, not just relationship in general, but love relationship. And she's been with us here for now the second year, I guess. And we've talked to a lot of people, changed lives, tried to improve other people's way of loving and coming back to relationships and all that. So it's just a way of sharing experience and also trying to help you understand what exactly you need to do when it comes to relationship and when it comes to relating to people that you tend to love. Sometimes, Melody, I do say that true love exists, but you can live your whole life without testing what true love is all about. So joining such kind of conversations help you to realize how to find that true love. And Melody always says that for you to find a true love, you've got to first love yourself. That's where true love comes from. So let me give a platform to Melody to introduce herself better than I've done. Melody, the mic is on your side.
Thank you so much, John. My name is Melody Chadamoyo. I
hmm
am a relationship love coach. Among other things, I'm also a mom, a sister, a mentor, a writer, author, speaker, so many other things. I forget what I do sometimes. And
hmm
I'm here to provide perspective, to provide compassion, to understand understanding of how men and women, work and think and navigate the world, and an alternative to the war that we declared on each other, the war of the sexes that we know exist, but we never really acknowledge. And I because I think we need to put the spears down and the guns down, and really start looking at how can we make relationships thrive, how can we do well, how can we enjoy them. Hi Nota, and Nota is saying hi Nota and John. Hi Nota, how are you? And how can we enjoy relationships as they are meant to? Relationships are not supposed to give us stress, they are supposed to enrich our lives. And my passion is to help people get that, to help people interact with the pleasure of relationships and the joy of relationships, not the pain all the time.
That sounds so great, Melody. And I love you for what you do. And as you know, you are my mentor, you are my coach, you are my sister, my mother.
Oof.
It's everything. You've got all the things that it takes to be a partner. Like, you do partner with me in doing this that we do every day. So today we are talking about something so personal. I call it personal because this hits everywhere. I say that 99.9% of human being has ever cheated in relationship, and people tend to see cheating as something so small. People view cheating in a smaller perspective, in a smaller capacity. But for me, cheating is a big thing. If you look at it with a closer eye, if you look at it with an open mind, you'll find that at one point in time you cheated in a relationship. But you see, when we take cheating to be sleeping over with another man or a woman, then we are lying. We are really streaming it. We are making it so slim to understand what exactly cheating is. So, Melody, this time, before we get into who, what do you define cheating in a relationship, Melody?
Cheating is, to me, is hiding. It's not telling the truth. It's not owning up to who you are in a relationship. And cheating can be uh, not revealing who you truly are. Women do that a lot because we are afraid, if he knows who I am, he's not gonna love me. So we
Mm-hmm.
pretend to be less intelligent. We pretend to be maybe less aggressive. We pretend to be less of ourselves to
Mm-hmm.
make the men who are in our lives feel comfortable, because we think if he really sees me for who I am, he's not gonna love me because I'm too difficult to love, or I'm not lovable, or I'm not worthy of love, whatever. And cheating can also be when you are hiding money from each other. That's cheating. That's financial infidelity. It is its own
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
category. There's also cheating of not always of not telling the truth. Not telling the truth in terms of um, something happens in your family, right? And you discuss it as your family. Like when I say your family, your original family, your mom and dad, your brothers and
Mm-hmm.
sisters, and then you don't bring it back to say, okay, this is what's happening. You just deal with it over there, and then that's it. So there are many versions of cheating. I might have left a couple of things as well, but that's how, in a simple, you know, YouTube, Facebook way, I would say cheating is. And I want to say to our viewers, if you know someone who is struggling right now with these conversations, share this conversation with them. Share this link with them so that they can come and join and ask questions, because we all will learn when people ask questions, when because that's when we expand our viewpoint of what we're talking about, so we can help more
Exactly.
people.
Mm-hmm.
So going back to cheating, cheating is complicated because, like, I haven't even talked about sexual, infidelity, because that's the one we all really focus on. And to me, I think we that's like putting the cat before the horse, right? It's like when you get to sexual infidelity, there are so many other things, ways of cheating that would have happened before you get
Exactly.
there.
Exactly.
So, like, if a person is not revealing who they are, a lot of men tell women what they want to hear, and they don't tell them the truth either. And they tell you a lot of words, but they don't really tell you anything. And then you're left with, I have no idea what just happened, because they come and they go, and then they leave you, and you're befuddled because you don't know what he has told you. That person you should be wary of, because they're not really showing you what's happening inside them.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of men, if they're in pain or struggling with something, they say, oh, I'm protecting my wife, so they don't tell you what's going on. This has been like, men have been fired from jobs, and for 3 years he doesn't tell his wife that he's been fired from a job. To me,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
cheating. Like, what are you doing, man? And it's not protecting me. If I'm a partner, it's not protecting
Exactly.
me if you don't tell me what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not. It's just you're treating me like a child. If I'm a true partner, when things are hurting you, you tell me. Because so that I can also protect you, so I can also help you, so I can also help you to see another version of how you can solve your problem. I won't solve the problem for you, but I will help you to see another way you could be looking at the problem that might help you. That's the whole point of having partners in your life, right?
Wow, you're right. You're right, Melody. And I've taken 3 points that I want us to discuss in details. First point is the difficult woman. The second point is about, you know, sexual infidelity coming after some kind of cheating having passed. And then the last one is this disguising yourself. You don't want to share things. So, first, I want to ask you let's start with the first one. Like, you see, when we are in a relationship and then I don't know how to put it to get to somebody can understand it well, but let me think on how I can put this question. So let's tackle the second one. You see, in a relationship, there's always something beyond or below a man who's sleeping with another woman or a woman who's sleeping with another man. And to me, that's not the cheating. The cheating must have happened before as this result, because for me, this is a result of cheating.
Yeah.
So how who is to blame when it comes to this? Because for somebody to reach a point where they will share a bed with another woman or another man, there must have been a form of cheating in this relationship. So what are these? Like, for example, you've mentioned some of them, like somebody's trying to hide something, and I will not just decide to hide maybe my salary or maybe losing my job. Could be there is something that I'm not seeing right in you. Last time I was sharing with some 3 guys who we talked on Zoom, and I was telling them that, you see, when we start looking at life in its reality, like we just face the reality of life. You don't punish your girlfriend, your wife, or your husband or your boyfriend because they cheated. You sit down and start from you. Ask yourself, what did I not do right, before you
Yeah.
punish them? What could have happened before it reached a point where this guy cheated? So is there something that you're hiding from them? And then if I am hiding something from you, Melody, why am I hiding something from you? As a woman of the house or as a man of the house, I lost my job. Or maybe I'm getting a salary increase. Why am I not telling you? Is it because I don't see a part or a supportive nature kind of human being in you? Do I see you as somebody who's not going to give me an idea that's going to help me? Sometimes we're in a love relationship and I've been with you for 6 months, Melody, and you have never ever shared with me a piece of an idea. You've never talked about my job. You've never talked about me, maybe even adding a skill on my life. So sometimes, when you get to that point, you tend to feel like, so why am I going to discuss with her my job, yet she doesn't know nothing about it? Why am I going to discuss with him about my salary, yet she's never talked about it? He's never talked about it. He's never asked me even about why my salary slip was the way it was.
Okay, this is a very packed question. I'll try to unpack it as in a streamlined fashion. I want to go back to cheating would have happened for a person to go, have sex with someone else. And then I want to, if I forget, please remind me. I want to talk about the African culture, and that's part of allowing men to cheat. But before we get there, let's get to um, the cheating would have happened. A lot of us live a lie. A lot of us. Because we have this version of a perfect person that we have in our heads that we think we all have to emulate. So we have no sexual desires, we have no fantasies, we don't really, we are not authentic sexually. So we don't tell each other what we need when we are together. We don't, even when a person is touching your body, you don't say, actually, I don't enjoy that. Because this is a message for all men. I need you to
Mhm.
understand this very clearly. If you have slept with 10 women, I'm being very minimal here. If you have slept with 10 women, which is like my 2 hands, those 10 women don't need you to touch them the same way. You are ignorant. The next
Mhm.
time you start sleeping with the 11th woman, okay? So there's an assumption by a lot of men that they get skills. because now they know, because they've slept with Mary, Jane, whatever. Now they know how to sleep with Melody. You don't. Because the things that excite me, the things that makes me, want to be with you fully, you don't know yet. You need to take your time to get to know me. And then when you know me, then you see the things that are, and they are a body has got a lot of erogenous zones. God was very, very good when he created us. You will spend a lifetime, and I can promise you this, discovering a person's places where they want to be touched, from their
Mm-hmm.
toes all the way to the top of their heads. A lifetime figuring it out if you take your time. The problem we have is we are lazy. One. So most people will just say, okay, you touch the boobs, you touch the shoulders, you touch the back, and that's it. Oh my goodness. No. That's just like we haven't even started. And if we're talking about women, you haven't even started yet. The problem that comes because we are externally motivated and we're always seeing things that are going on. So most of the time we get distracted while we're in the middle of making love, especially if you're a boring lover who is so focused on getting where he wants to go that you don't even notice I'm there. I'm just a means to an end, right? So women usually just say, okay, fine, just get it over with because I'm bored. If you want
Yeah.
me to stick around, and I've said this before in one of our conversations earlier when we were talking about the women's brain, if you
Mm-hmm.
want a woman to be there, to stick around, to not be distracted,
Mm-hmm.
always make sure whatever tricks you're doing, there's a part of you you don't stop holding. You keep holding her because that's grounding for women. It's like I'm giving you so many tricks right now, man. Keep holding her and she will stick around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
that's besides the point. So she is not telling you that you're not satisfying me, because if I tell you you're not satisfying me, a lot of men think it's an attack against them. So women, to preserve your egos, we know if we tell you that I didn't get anything, you think I'm attacking you, when you should understand it like this. It's like food, right? If I eat and I don't feel satisfied, I know I'm not satisfied. It's the same with sex. If I'm not satisfied, I know I'm not satisfied. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm not saying you didn't give me enough sada or enough food. I'm just saying the food that I got, I need more. I need
Mm-hmm.
seconds, or maybe
It's not
thirds.
enough. It's not
Yeah,
enough.
it's not enough. And you should take it as an opportunity for you to serve me, to love me, to show me how much you care about me, not to defend yourself. So,
I totally agree with you, Melody. Mm.
thanks, John. So, and the other one is when people are not being authentic. They are not being authentic in terms of uh, there are so many other things that are happening during the day they don't want to tackle, so they avoid each other.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be intimate with a person you are avoiding. Okay, you avoid because there's something that needs to be discussed, there's an issue that needs to be tackled, and you try very hard not to tackle it. I'm always laughing. I don't know why people think you are discovered, or a lie is discovered only when you have opened your mouth and used words. I don't know why people believe that, because here is what really happens. We have experienced this. If you are a mother, you have
Mm-hmm.
experienced this. You know, and you're a wife and even a sister. If you know someone enough, when
Mm-hmm.
they are not telling you the truth, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You
You know.
might not want to say you're lying to me, but you know. And if you don't say you're lying to me, you are enabling them to lie to you. You are contributing to the lie.
Exactly.
So most of us, we catch our spouses on a lie. We make them believe that we bought the lie, even though
Mm-hmm.
we didn't. And then we are both lying to ourselves, because He thinks he lied to you. You know he lied, but you won't tell him you know he lied. So the two of you are lying to each other. I mean, come on, people.
So can we just say, Melody, that it is not who to blame, but it is what to blame in a relationship when it comes to cheating, because this is what I have been handling lately. Because you realize that whatever is happening bad nowadays, more so in this generation, is not about the people. We have so many good characters. We have so many kind people. We have so many great men and women around there. But because of something that is in between a man and a woman, one of it, the fear of unknown. The second thing, the society. What will people say? The third thing is like, mhm, after all, that's what people do. These are what is creating the gaps and leading to such kind of cheating. Because just like you have said, I know very well that I wasn't satisfied. I know very well that she also knows I wasn't. But I'm not telling her because I don't want to make her angry. Melody, are you still with me? It seems like there's a signal itch.
Yeah, yeah. And my signal is very low
Yeah, you're
for some
back. You're
reason. I
back.
don't know why. Yeah.
I can
Anyway.
see you again. So it is not about me. It is not about my fiance. It's not about my wife. It's not about a husband or some other people. But it's about this thing in between that's causing a problem. Sometimes it's pressure from the society. Sometimes it is pressure from your colleagues, friends, people. See, sometimes you just get married because your friends are all married and you're
Yes.
not.
Yeah.
You are not ready for it, but you
No.
just get yourself getting married because your friends are all married. So people are
Or
asking you inside,
or you
hey,
find a person, you marry a person because they're a good guy or a good girl.
yeah,
They're cultured, they behave well and whatever. There's no desire at all. Like, desire is the one thing that makes you want a person. And
there's no
desire,
connection.
yeah, desire needs excitement, desire needs adventure, needs desire needs playfulness, desire needs openness, like true openness. And we if you are not adventurous in bed and all you do is one position, and that's what you've perfected, it's going to get boring, people. And if you are not playful and you take it too seriously, it's also going to get really difficult. And like, we take ourselves too seriously. In order for you to have an amazing desirous life, you need to be very playful. You need to be like, you know I don't know, like, don't take it seriously, because you're playing, right? It's not we are not doing brain surgery or anything. We're just trying to connect. We're not
No,
trying to.
we are not. Somebody told me something, a statement that I really love, that we are not in a professional job. There's no college for
Exactly.
this. There's no
Yeah.
degree. Nobody writes to you and tells you that, okay, I need an experienced person who knows this and that, who has got a diploma or has a degree. We are playful. We are doing a child thing. It's adulting, but in the real meaning, we are children. We are going back to become children. So you've got, sometimes it is said that you've got to get the worst partner who knows how to become a child when you need them to. You've got to get a worst partner who knows how to become an adult when the need arises.
Yeah.
So when it
Exactly.
comes to this time, you don't want to tell me that that's the time you want to read the Bible. That's not the time that you want to bring some horror movies or something to be watched. This is
Yeah.
the time to get, you know, to romantically, and romantically it's getting dirty.
Yeah.
People call it
Exactly.
dirty,
There's no
but it's not
exam,
dirty.
but yeah, it's like, it's difficult to put into words because
You see,
emotion after emotion. Yeah.
yeah, we are much more cheating because we don't want to open up. We want to be. Sometimes a woman comes into your house. They had lied before that they are virgin. They've never tried it, and it was a lie. A man, calls you up, and then they're like, this is my first time. I've never seen a woman in my life, and then you two know that you guys are lying. So you have to pretend to make it happen that you've never been there.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
because you've been there and you've had it and you've experienced it, you pretending it's not gonna be a good thing. So your mind will go back to Jane. Your mind will go back to John. You're like, oh, this guy is no nothing. He can't.
Yeah.
I didn't have the experience I had before. But you had lied. You're a virgin. I lied. I'm a virgin. I've never tried it. So we are trying to pretend here.
Yeah.
So we get
And not.
ourselves going back to the people that had it before with us, and that's cheating already. So
Mm,
cheating started from the words we told each other. It didn't start
yes.
from you going to see another man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like we really need to be authentic. Mary Wankui says hello everyone. It's quite a heavy discussion on trying to get and trying I'm trying to get the concept as I work as well. So nice topic. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to us. And Nelta says, I know a couple that used to include the Bible in their sex life, John Gora. So they always used to pray before and used to pray after, and it was all timed because yeah, you have to do it for 5 minutes, otherwise God will say you've overdone it. Oh, yeah. Anyway, people,
You
I
see,
don't know why we do these things to ourselves because yeah, it's
everything has got, the problem Melody. Personally, I've gone deep down into, I just left everything. I just left people's opinions. I just left the books. I just left everything that is written by man. And I went to myself and I started asking myself question, why do people mess relationships? I don't need to go Google or read a book. I need first to sit down and analyze myself. How have I ever cheated? Like, for example, when I was dating Mary, for example, and that time I was feeling like having Jane, where was that feeling coming from? What was
yeah,
making me have those feelings?
yeah.
When we ask ourselves such kind of questions, we don't need a doctor to explain to
No.
us why you're cheating.
And
You will, yeah.
I think there's something else we haven't touched on that I think we should touch on. That desire is something that constantly comes up with us. And if we look at men, because of testosterone, they're always, thinking about sex, every 2 minutes, like they say. I don't know how true that is, but it's regular enough. As
Mm-hmm,
women, it depends on where I am on my cycle. Sometimes I'm thinking about it every day, every minute, maybe every
mm-hmm,
5 minutes.
mm-hmm,
But a thing called desire, right? It's
mm-hmm,
something that is that one needs to be grown. One needs to be you need to use ingredients to grow it. So so people think if you have desire, if you're walking down the road right now and you see someone who spikes your desire,
mm-hmm.
it means you need to go and sleep with them. That's not what it means. It means your desire has been sparked. You
Mm-hmm.
take it and use it on the person you have committed to.
True.
Not share it with every person you are going to meet. It's like this,
I
right?
love that.
I'm going to reveal something about myself that I shouldn't talk about. But sometimes I read erotic literature, right? For
Mm-hmm,
research, as they say. And
mm-hmm,
sometimes it might spark something in me that
mm-hmm,
will make me want to be with someone. Something that resonates with me in my head. Maybe
mm-hmm,
something is said, how words are said, whatever. And when that happens, I take that to my husband. I don't go around saying every man, the next man I meet, I should sleep with. And even if there's no man in my life, it shouldn't be a big deal. It should be like, okay, so what do I do with how I feel right now? It's not.
mm-hmm,
I am an adult. I'm a human being. I make choices. We tend to think we take our animalistic behavior, and
mm-hmm,
when it comes to sex, that's what we put in the forefront. We don't want to say, okay, we are animals and we're human beings. How do we take the two parts of myself and make it work for me? So now I want to tackle the African man and the whole need or acceptance that it's okay for you to just go and have sex with as many women as you want, and then you come back to me and you do it again, and then you come back to the wife, because the wife is supposed to be tolerant, she's supposed to be forgiving, she's supposed, because she's a good Christian woman, she's supposed to take all this. And it's the Bible says you are supposed to love yourself fully. That's what the Bible says. And when you love yourself, you don't allow you or anyone else to mistreat you. When a person says, oh, you discover, because they didn't come and say, oh, John doesn't come to Melody and say, Melody, you know what, my girlfriend, I had, I went out to the bar, I met a beautiful woman and I
Mm-hmm.
slept with her. He's not going to do that.
Never.
He's going to lie. You might find lipstick on his collar. You might find something in his text messages or something, which means the fact that he's hiding it means it's something that is not right. He knows it, you know it, and that's a fact. And the whole society knows it. What if that's what a person needs? Talk about it in your relationship. People are having so many other varieties of relationships these days. You can have two women and one man. You can have two men and one woman. You can have five, whatever, polyamorous, whatever that is. You can still be honest and say, I want to have experiences with other people. And this is how I see my life. I want to be able to meet a person in a bar and be able to sleep with them, even though I have you at home. Are you okay with that? And the wife will say, no, I'm not okay with
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Mm-hmm.
okay if you find someone else who's going to be willing to give you that. Isn't that more honest and easier to live with than this whole lying and taking phones and looking at them and following text messages and
You
why
know,
do
you
that?
know, you know. I wish there's a very good friend of mine who sent me a message, and she collected a group of six ladies and two guys, and I was talking with them on Zoom. She's called Nando Faith. So
Okay.
exactly what you're telling her, it's like if she was watching this video, she might think this live. She might think like we talked, Melody. That's what I told them. Exactly your words. I told them that see, this is how I see life. If you want not to be hurt, because people are talking about heartbreak so much, Melody. I've been hurt, I'm heartbroken, I broke up and now I'm passing through. Do we really have the heartbroken people? We don't have. People are just lying that they've been heartbroken. How are you going to tell me that you are heartbroken, yet during this relationship, you are seeing another man?
Yeah.
How are
He
you going to
was
tell
he
me
was
that
cheating, you were cheating.
yes, you are heartbroken, yet during this period, you are seeing another woman?
Yeah.
So, people, we need to get to reality. There's reality, there's fiction, and there's a wish. This is how I teach people. There's reality, take it. There's fiction, sleep with it. There's wish, dream it. Because people are going to tell you that, I just need a woman who will treat me like Rihanna. Nobody's going to treat you like. People will treat you just what they are. And people will treat you what you are. So, as you have said, Melody, if I love myself, I know what I need. I know the kind of a person that is in me. I tell ladies that if you want a man who can buy you a car, buy a car for yourself first. If you cannot afford a car and you're a woman and you're looking for a man who's going to buy you a car, you're lying to yourself because you don't love yourself.
Yeah.
A man is going to come buy you that car and then they will own you. They will not
Yeah.
care about what you feel. They will not care about how you love yourself because they own you. They've bought
Yeah.
you a car. They've bought you a Mercedes Benz which you can't own. You can't even take to the garage and pay for a repair. So
Yeah.
they repair your car. They fuel it. We have to be real with ourselves because I cannot talk about self-love when I want things and the things I'm getting it from somebody else.
Someone
We
else.
have
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
yes, we have first to build the capacity to get everything that we want. And I always believe, Melody, that once I've built a capacity and I have what I desire, many more are gonna come because people attract what they are.
Yes.
You don't
Yes.
attract
Thank
what you're
you
not.
for thank you for saying that. Because I want to go to the whole cheating thing and say this.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us attract these things in our lives because
Mm-hmm.
on some level that's what we believe. We believe we don't deserve someone who's honest. Like I will say this, from the time I started dating at 19, 18, 18, somewhere there, when I started dating men, people, women Men have always constantly told me this: men will cheat on you all the time. Men cannot be faithful. Men are just animals. Men will always cheat. You just need to learn to live with it. I've been told so many times. And yet, my experience, the men I have interacted with, whether they were my friends, whether they were my colleagues, whether they are my husbands or whatever, that's
Mhm.
not their default. They are honest, committed, honorable men. And yet, if that's not what everyone is saying. So I think we need to be sure, because the
Mhm.
words we say every day
Mhm.
are our
Mhm.
prayers. We are literally creating our reality as we are speaking. So when you constantly say, he's going to cheat on me, he cheats. Every time he comes home, he take his mobile phone, he cheats. You look through his words to see how many people he has texted, what has he said, and who to whom, and all sorts of things. What are you doing?
You're building it. You're building it in your room.
There you go. You are
I guess Melody's signal is gone again, and I hope you will come back, Melody. And I cannot see the comments, unfortunately, and Melody is gone. I hope her signal is going to work out again to come back to this live, because we are having a very heavy discussion here with Melody, and losing you because of signal is really torturing us here. Melody, please come back, come back, come back. Melody, come back. So Melody is gone, and I'm left alone here. I hope she will join again. So, guys, we're just talking about the real things that happen in real life situation. Cheating is not just about somebody sleeping with your wife or sleeping with your boyfriend, but cheating is just the capacity of being hiding things. And for someone to get to a point where now they are sleeping with another partner, or another person who's not you, and you're in a relationship with them, it means there's a bigger thing than that, just that. And it starts from creating a space, creating a gap, finding a situation where you find yourselves things not working, and you guys are just having some kind of quarrels that doesn't have solutions. And sometimes it's like you're trying to do something to appear good. Melody, are you back?
I am back, John.
And
I
more.
had moved to my mobile. Sorry, hold on a second. Okay,
Are
yeah.
we good?
Yes, we are good, because now I was hearing myself speak on the laptop as well as the, yeah.
Mm,
It's
sorry for
just
that, Melody. So we are back again with Melody here. So Melody, we are accepting and agreeing together that cheating is not just about what we see. Cheating is something that we've never seen, and just like I said that we everyone is having somebody they love as a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a wife, or a husband. But what I believe, from what personally, I've never asked opinion from anyone. I've never read someone else's book. I've never Googled. Personally, I just sat down and I started looking at my life alone, my life experience, the life of my friends, the life of my father and my mother, and the life of the people that I work with, and what they say, right? Then I came to just make up my mind that, you see, we are all great and made kind. There is just something that misses. And this thing that misses is the hidden treasure. We hide something so that we can win the heart of Melody. I hide my character of being a womanizer to win Melody's heart. Then once Melody is in my box, then I go outside behind her back and I do my thing. Um, you see, instead of just telling Melody straightforward that, Melody, I'm feeling like, I'm falling for you. There's some kind of attraction towards you. But the truth is, I'm a womanizer. Right now, I'm dating 20 girls. They are on my side. And I would like to make you the 20 to 21 or 21st in the row. Then Melody will look at it and say that, John, no, I only love to be loved alone. Or Melody will say that, no problem. I'll try
Yeah,
my best. I'll be the 21st.
yeah,
So people can understand that, when somebody finds out that yesterday you slept on the other room, they'll be like, so Melody will just ask me, so which number is she? She's number 18. All right, no problem.
yeah,
But you
yeah,
see, I'm here telling Melody that, I've never dated. I don't even have somebody in my life. And then you get into my box. And the next day, I get you in another room. And then I'm like, what happened? Then you know what people say? It was the work of the devil.
yeah. Like what devil? I mean, own up. Like take responsibility for your actions. The devil did not take your hand and say, look at that woman, take that woman, bring her home. Like the steps you need to take to get to the point where you sleep with the person are a lot that at some point you need to wake up and say, I'm stronger than the devil. You know, I can choose what I want to do with my life. If the devil tells you not to go to work today, would you take this, spend the day in bed? Like, seriously?
You see, as a Christian, Melody, I believe that the devil works only when you allow them to work. And
Yes,
if you look at
exactly.
even the stories in the Bible, there's a time that Ayub was being tempted. Who was tempting Ayub? It is the
Yeah,
devil. And he
yeah,
was right there. Nowadays we're talking about the devil that we don't even see. This is a devil that used to talk to Ayub directly and tell him that curse your God.
yeah,
The devil even used Ayub's wife personally to tell Ayub that no, it's time to curse the God and let's get something. But
yeah.
Ayub stick to his God that he serves. So I believe that devil cannot lead somebody into doing something nasty.
You you still have a choice. You still can
Yeah,
choose.
exactly,
You can
exactly.
choose how you want your life to be
To
because
be.
you've got the greatest power in the world, the power of love, the power of God, the power of the Almighty who created you. So you cannot
Mhm.
use the devil as an excuse to say,
Never.
I did this because. And those are the lies we start talking about. The moment you start saying something else is in control of your life, remember this, you are lying to yourself. You are lying to the person that you are with. Tell the truth. Like, seriously, the most important issue we have in a lot of relationships is not telling the truth, not owning up, not taking responsibility, lack of commitment. Because commitment is this: I will do everything I can, everything, to make sure this relationship survives. I'll push, I'll get out of my comfort zone, I'll do things that are weird and crazy because I want this relationship to survive. Because I am committed to have this relationship survive. Most people don't commit to anything now. They commit for 5 minutes, even when they're saying vows in church or wherever they're getting married or wherever they are. Even when they say, I want you to be my girlfriend, only committed to me. What it really means is, I want you to be committed to me. I want you to be faithful to me, but I don't have the same obligation. I can only commit to you when I'm looking at you. And then when I move away from you, I'm not committed to you anymore. And
Hmm.
then we look at our countries, we look at the world, we look at Africa, we look at everything that's going on when we are continuously lying and we say, what's wrong? The world is coming to an end. The devil is take over. We are
Which devil?
responsible. Yes, we are responsible for every mess, for everything that's happening because we lie constantly every time to ourselves, to each other, to every, like if you examine every little thing that goes wrong is because of a lie.
A lie.
Yeah. Tell the truth and you'll be so amazed how much peace you get. You'll be so amazed. Like even when I come to you and I say, John, I need to talk to you. You say, okay, what is it?
Melody's gone again. Hello.
Hi, John. Can you hear me?
I can see you. You're back.
Sorry. Oh, I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi today. If I say to you, John, can you do me a favor, which is part
Mm-hmm.
of your job, by the way, and then you
Mm,
say, oh, Melody, in order for me to do my job, I need you to pay me a tip. Right.
mm-hmm.
You are lying to God because you are being paid already for the service. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to pay you twice. You are being paid twice for doing one job. And then you turn around tomorrow, you go to someone else, and someone else wants you to pay them. Now you're complaining because you don't want to do that. You are complaining, why do I need to pay? But you pay because in your head, you believe you are supposed to be lied to. It starts like every time you tell a lie, every single time that lie multiplies, it creates ripples. If you lie to your girlfriend that you're going to be with your friends, your boyfriends or guy friends, but really you're with someone else somewhere, that then your friends will have to lie for you. Then that woman you're with also will have to lie. Then that lies. If you there's a child that results from that union, that you will have to lie to your child, and the child will, like seriously, how do we
It's a
expect
chain.
all those lies to create something good in our lives? How?
It can never work, Melody. It can never work. It can never work. And I think that is what exactly is taking us to where we are today in this generation, because we are a generation bred of lies. And even if you look at the gadgets that we are using right now, most of these gadgets, every day, there's what we call it, upgrading of these applications, and there are new apps coming in. You look at these apps, these are apps that are used to cheat to get some solutions to things. And people don't know that there are apps or applications that are really putting something into our mindset. Like there is always a shortcut to everything.
Yeah,
Today, there's somebody, creates an app to track your wife or to track your boyfriend. If you have to download an app to track a man or a woman that you're in love with, why don't you just stop that relationship?
yeah. Or,
Why
or,
why should
or
why
they
should
even
I?
ask John. There was someone was talking about a business that they
Mhm.
created where you can create a fake alibi for your wife. Like there's an app to track your husband. There's also an app to make sure that it says this app says you were in a place that you were not. So if you are going to cheat on your wife, you can still do it with the help of an app, right?
That's what I'm talking about. And you see, these are what people don't think about. People just look at cheating as sleeping with another woman. And it doesn't start from there. That's just a result of cheating. There's something bigger than just sleeping with another man or a woman. Cheating
Yeah,
starts from your tongue. Cheating starts from your mind. Cheating starts from your room, the way you handle things, the way you talk to your partner, the prayers you make, the confessions you make with your tongue. What you speak becomes reality, because what you get into your mind manifests and it
yes,
becomes the reality. Because when something like, okay, I just have a doubt that, Melody is my girlfriend, but I don't know why she goes to this place every day. Is she seeing another man there? When that thing comes into my mind, already I have a doubt on you. I'll not give you my love as I used to give you every day because I have a doubt. And when that gap is created with the doubt, somebody gets an opportunity to come in, because I
and
believe
and
that every
and
single day, Melody, a woman receives a DM, a woman receives a knock on the door wanting to get into their lives. And every
yeah,
single day, a man sees another woman, they feel like, oh, she is something else. So when you create a chance, they knock the door or their doors are knocked and somebody enters in. And that's it.
yeah. And you have to understand something. Whenever you are say you are questioning someone, and you should, if you have a doubt, go to them and say, I'm having insecurity issues about this situation, because we have childhood, memories and traumas and stuff that we need to deal with. That's what relationships are there for, to help us heal us. So if you feel
Mhm.
like you're having a personal issue where you feel like you can't trust this person for whatever reason, tell them. Or if you feel like, you are feeling not enough. So the only way you want intimacy, if you are a guy, is to sleep with someone. Tell your person. I know of a story of a person who was a pastor who was with a sexual addiction, and he told his girlfriend that I have a sexual addiction, and he told his friends that he had sexual addiction. And people are very judgmental, right? But he said, if I call you at any time at all, any time whatsoever, and I say, come get me, it means I'm in a situation I need an extra help for someone to come help me to help myself. That's knowing who you are and
Mm-hmm.
being truthful about being who you are. If you do that, you've got a higher chance of not cheating on yourself, because whatever happens with the another person discovering it. Do
Mm-hmm.
you know what the energy you spend when you have lied to someone to keep that lie, honest, to keep that lie with you? Because you can never forget it. Because if you forget it, you're going to be caught out. So every time you're always coming up with excuses. That energy you are keeping in your head, keeping up, coming up with excuses. You could use it to solve the problems we have in the world right now. Africa would be affluent if we did not spend most of our times in our heads keeping lies and spending that energy to keep lies in our heads. Let's use that energy to create something good.
Mm-hmm.
Come up with something that is going to help your family. You don't even need to save the world. That's going to help your family so that you are happier. So, because you make good things from a joyful place. You don't make good things from pain. You make good things from a joyful place. So, when you are happy, that's when you do good things. Like John and I are interacting right now. We don't discuss these things ever. Like literally, we
Mm-hmm.
come on and we just go wherever we're going. I don't know where this is
Mm-hmm.
going. I don't think John knows where this is going either. But we come up with these things because we come with joy. We come with love. We come with a good intentions. That's what motivates us. That's what inspires us. So who is to blame for cheating? We all are. We are all to blame. If you are being cheated on and you're sitting back and you do nothing, you are to blame. And that if the person has cheated on you 5 times and you have done nothing, or you pretend you go away to your mother for 2 weeks and then you come back, you you are lying to yourself. Choose
Yeah.
a side. Stick to it. Love
Thank you,
yourself
Melody.
enough.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Love yourself enough to know what it is you want in your life and live by that.
I
I
cannot add anything to it, Melody.
Yeah, I'm not
You go
saying this
ahead.
because
Go
I've never
ahead.
been cheated on. Actually, my husband cheated on me, and I knew from the moment, like I walked in the door, I knew something had happened, and I said, "What did you do?" And he didn't lie to me. He didn't say, "Oh, whatever." He told me, "Yeah, I did cheat," and I said, "So what are you going to do about it?" Because he had one day, one free card. That was his only opportunity to cheat on me, and now it was gone. It was never going to happen again. Otherwise, I had knives. I had knives. I always used to tell him, if you do anything, these are knives are for you. And I always kept them sharp. He kept them sharp for me. And I always used to say, do anything crazy. And yeah, I'm not advising you to do that. I never cut him, by the way. Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't, but I always told him, I will know because I never lied to myself. So anytime something happened, I would
Mm-hmm.
know. And that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing I'm telling you. When you know, do something about it so that people don't take you for a fool because you are taking yourself for a fool. And you are putting up
Exactly.
with things that God said. If you love yourself enough, you are not going to put up with. Don't put up with it. That's all I'm saying. Things will happen. Just don't make them part of your life. Walk away. You will survive. I've been a widow for a few years. I'm financially independent. I do my own thing. I don't depend on a man to survive. And I'm okay. You will be okay. You do way better than okay. So love yourself enough, please. Thank you so much
Thank you,
for this.
Melody. Thank you so much. That was a powerful conversation coming from you over there, Melody, as usual. And I hope that those who've been watching us will learn so many things out of this. Uh, Unfortunately, I didn't share it from my side. I'll be sharing it once it's done. People will see the recordings. And hope to see you again after 2 weeks, Melody, to discuss the same thing. Maybe same thing on relationship, but a different topic or subtopic. We shall see what we will talk about next. But for now, thanks to all those who've been watching us. I had Mary Wangui, Nelta. I don't know, some other people who are watching from the other end. Melody can see it. Uh, and it's been lovely, even though we had some little hitches of signals, but that's not too much because we got the real information and the real message came from Melody. So, one thing, one take that you've got to go home with, love yourself to be ready to say the truth, even when the truth is the last thing that you have to say and take away your life.
Yeah. Love yourself enough. That's all we can say.
See you in the next one. Thank you, Melody.
Bye.
God
God,
bless you.
thank you so much. You too. Go
Thank you.
to my
Thank you.
bye.